In this video, I speedran the seed of Dream's 1.15 former world record, quite possibly the most infamous world record in Minecraft speedrunning history, and I used the same strats which weren't ever used in any other world records, which is obviously the looting 3 temple, killing endermen. And let's just say there were quite a few interesting things about this run. You see instantly, obviously I have pre-scouted this seed, which is part of the point. I did try to run it randomly first, but I was way slower than Dream's time, and I'll talk about this in a minute, even when scouting this, the RNG required, this took me literally hours of attempts just to get the RNG good enough to get this time. Now, this time's really fast, and it's quite interesting to be able to take, basically, what's actually pretty bad strategy to its absolute limits. Because the main thing is, here I'm locked by the day-night cycle. I can't start to kill endermen until about 11 minutes into the run, which obviously isn't exactly great. You see, I've already had to travel quite a bit. Like, the seeds, although it's pretty much perfect for this strategy, it's not the most optimal because, like, the distance to the structures isn't great, but I managed to do a nice MLG hay bale back there, but that was pretty cool. And also, I think I messed up my TNT, but it's all good. But even though, getting a seed this good is really difficult, because not only do you need a village of spawn, you also need a temple pretty nearby. Village and temples are very difficult enough, but you also need that near to a lava pool, and the nether has to have a really close fortress, because ideally you want to be out of the nether as early as possible, and here I'm able to leave the nether. I think about the earliest I left on my attempts was literally 10 minutes, so like straight into the day-night cycle, because if you're leaving like 13-14 minutes, you probably won't get enough pearls. So this is quite a difficult strategy to pull off. And again, back to the RNG, I'm not going to throw any accusations, but like I'm pretty sure that Dream's run is fake, and for other reasons as well, but like just the RNG required to get this. Like, this is literally 3 hours of attempts to get more than the 11 required pearls, and just the RNG is like ridiculous. And I was consistently leaving earlier than Dream, so leaving the nether earlier. So, and there are other reasons like sus triangulation and stuff, but I don't want to get into that because I want to just talk about this run because this one's really cool. You can see I'm already in the cave here blowing up my iron. I could have blown up one less iron vein, so I basically had a choice to blow. If I blown up one less iron vein, it means I'd have to do like a different one cycle where I do a waterlogged slab, but I decided to just blow up one more and just do the classical lava bucket, water bucket, make obsidian. You probably don't know what I'm talking about, but basically, I'm able to do 1.15 one cycle with this because that's the big time saver of Dream's run, as well as just generally being a bit faster because I've pre-seen the seed. Also, and digging straight into the portal room, though he barely triangulated and got a really lucky dig down. Well, lucky. Yeah, but anyway, I don't want to keep going with this cheating stuff, but what was I saying? Yeah, so the one cycle, because in his end fight he did the old 2 cycle, which not only meant he had to kill skeletons on the way to get enough arrows and a bow to take down all the crystals, but also he had to wait for multiple patches, probably like 2 or 3, I'm not too sure. But here, you see I'm already smelting my iron. I've crafted 8 furnaces, and I was also able to craft some of my stuff while I'm waiting for the rest to smelt. I get, I think, perfect amount, maybe I got one more than I need, but pretty cool. And you see here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab 3 flint here, and I'm going to do some strategy where I offhand the gravel, and that way once I have 3 I can basically break it as fast as if I was just breaking a vein, as obviously it's underwater. So I could have crafted like a pressure baited door, but I was very tight on planks. I could have probably stolen the door from the village, but this is the way I basically went about it. So you see here, I'm entering nether at like 7, well, I'm going to be entering sub 8 here, which is pretty good for this strategy, although again, like, if you think about this, the difficult thing about the strategy is I need to, like, it's a lot of iron you need. That's like 40 plus iron. So to perform the strategy, it's not so easy. I'm going to grab myself a lava bucket now, because why not? Just while I'm waiting for this to fall. And I actually realised, I've forgotten to do my flint. Usually I did it earlier, but it's all okay. Because I'm just going to do here, and then I just start doing it and go 2 for 2 on flint, which is quite funny. But, yeah. No, but, like, resetting for this is like really difficult because again, thankfully after a bit of practice I was able to consistently leave nether at like the very start of the night cycle, because I think molestone starts spawning to like 11-12 minutes ish, And basically, almost every run, this one I pretty nearly did, and almost every run I'd get to the quartz to dig down and still be hunting for ender pearls. There was another one I got 10, but this literally took like 3-4 hours of attempts, but it's all good. And here I'm just going to run towards my blaze spawner. This nether spit's obviously really good, because the other advantage, the only one of the few advantages of actually doing these looting runs, although the ender pearls are much slower, gathering them, I'm able to have a much faster blaze split. And I think in his run he enters nether at like 9 minutes, leaves at like 12. I do have to wait for another blaze spawn, which is a bit annoying, but it's all okay. And here in this one, I'm able to leave at like 10:30, which means I actually have to kill 4 blazes, I think, which isn't optimal. I get pretty bad drops, but it's all okay. Because I'm going to have a lot more RNG problems with Enderman. I get so many runs die to Enderman. It's not only the drop rates, it's the spawn rates. Like, there'll be some where I get to the quartz, like 1,500 blocks, and I literally get 1 or 2 Enderman spawns. So, it's really difficult. And here I'm just going to start running with direction. Obviously, I don't need to throw any eyes, because I've scouted it. I know the exact position to dig down to the stronghold. Although, again, Dream did get an Enderman in the cave, and then the eye broke, so it's not really much different. But here you see, I see my first Enderman. You're not quite sure if you can quite see it. It's a bit small on the screen again. I'm playing like higher quality, so it's easy to see stuff like that. And I'm able to start killing the Enderman. I actually struggle killing this bit. My PvP skills are just... the Enderman's being iffy. I don't know. Probably just because I'm bad, but it's all okay. It's all okay. So here I'm able to kill this Enderman. And I'm just going to avoid these zombies. I actually get pretty low, but it's good. I've got gapples when I get low, and he drops 2. I'm not sure if you can quite see it then. So I now got 2 pearls. And I've gone quite a fair distance. And I know this RNG is not great. And I see this other guy on the other side of the river. And I look at him and I'm like, okay, I don't want to swim across the river. And I'm just hoping he's going to teleport. But for every reason, obviously, this river's like slightly too large and it won't teleport to me. I have to deal with this baby zombie, but thankfully I'm actually decent at PvP now. Well-ish. And so I'm just like, okay, it's definitely accurate on me, so I'll just swim over. And as soon as I start swimming, it teleports over here. Don't know what the Enderman's doing. This one doesn't seem to want to fight me, so I'm just able to bully it. Also, the other thing is, I made a diamond pickaxe, whereas Dream did a diamond sword. I'm like 90% sure that diamond pickaxe is like faster, but I don't know why he made the diamond sword. I certainly wouldn't in that situation, but okay. Also, from all these attempts, it's proven to me that like even if you're going for like a sub 25, using these strategies is like never worth it in any situations. I'm going to my third Enderman here. It's my third, yeah, I got 2 from the last one on to 4, but then this guy drops 3, someone's 7, so I'm like, okay, Pag, see another one. So I know if this drops 4, the run's like pretty much in. I know my pace is quite good. I do want to be digging down like sub 17. Sub 18 I'll play, because like, at the end of the day, what I want is I want at least a sub 20. That's like wanted. Thankfully I got a good dragon perch, and this was like sub 19. I won't spoil the final time because it was really fast, pretty cool. See this other Enderman, I'm on 10, so I'm like, okay, this needs to drop at least 1. And remember, these Endermen can drop anything from 0 to 4. I'm not quite sure what the chances of each are, but I think it's most likely to drop like 1 or 2. And then I get 13, drops 3, and like, that's really cool. Not only, but because of the fact I got the pearls, but also it means I'm able to use them in the end. Just going to mine through this, and obviously, because I know where I'm going, I dig straight into the portal room. And it's a 1-0, which is kind of annoying, because otherwise I could be like leaving on 5 rods, and I would expect a run with this strategy to typically be like relying on like 2-3 eyes, but it's all okay. Also, the other really annoying thing is there's no pearls in any of the stronghold tests, and I'm just going to pearl over to the island here, which meant that I did have to get all 11, because there was a run or 2 where I was on like 10 or 9, but it's a bit annoying, because lots of other, because like if there were like 2 or 3 in stronghold chests, that would make it considerably easier. Now you're going to see, in the end here, like 17:30. Again, not quite an instant perch, but it's a really good perch. And I'm going to set my obsidian, just using the water. And also, the only thing is I am slightly worried. I do have 8 beds, because I got 2 from the temple string. Because my one cycling in this version is not great. I don't really play 1.15 as a category. I have PBs from like ages ago, but they're not good. They're like absolutely awful. I might try grinding at some point, but personally I prefer 1.16. But I barely nailed one cycle, but it's all okay. 7 beds, that's bad, and then like 5, 6 into this version. And then, that's it. Took too long. Hope you enjoyed. Subscribe, follow my